Greetings, my fellow brethrens, and welcome to another installment of Review Time. It's time we look at another JMB rap battle, and if you somehow could not figure out the hint I gave near the end of the last review, you've probably been living with Patrick Starr since 2014. It's time we look at a Five Nights at Freddy's rap battle by the one and only Justin Mike Buckner.
Ah yes, Five Nights at Freddy's, one of the most popular horror games of 2014. What seemingly used to be an indie game that came out of nowhere and got some big attention with the help of YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, to an extent, etc., suddenly turned into a monster series that has over 6 games, 1 spin-off, Five Nights at Freddy's World just to avoid confusion, 2 graphic novels, loads of merchandise that can be found in places like GameStop, Hot Topic, Comic-Con and others, countless amount of fan games, and a live-action movie being in the works. I think.
Seriously, is it still being made or not, Scott? This info has been surfing around the internet for about 4 years already.
You can either be a fan of the series or a detractor, as there are many out there. Some have legitimate and personal opinions as to why this series doesn't deserve such acclaim like it got, and some just do it because it's a popular thing that they can't escape from, or they just want to ride the bandwagon that for some reason is still around. Or they're just a bunch of assholes.
And for some godly reason, they think the latter is the right way to make criticism. They're probably the same people who think Night Trap is a superior game. But I'm just gonna stop this conversation here before it gets out of hand, because the last thing I want on my channel is a bunch of whiny fuckfaces get down on my and other people's throats and say, "No! No! Nobody can criticize Scott! He is a genius developer!" As if he's the next Hideo Kojima. I like the guy too and his games, but he is far from a genius developer. Not everything you touch is gold, as they say. Or the other side, who likes to type such mature feints such as, "Your mom fucked me last night," or "KYS faggot," if they even dare to compliment the font uses in the game. Which I will refer to them as limp dick edgelords who still think a dead gorilla meme is funny in 2018. What's even sadder about this whole thing is that most of these people are fully grown adults who should really know better. Obviously, I'm not taking any sides here.
Alright, I ranted on long enough. Let's finally get into JMB's Five Nights at Freddy's battle. But there's a problem. Which one do I review? Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battles involving Freddy himself or another Five Nights at Freddy's character. I understand if you want to do multiple FNAF battles for your channel because boredom news! But Jesus, isn't it a little bit of an overkill to make so many and have most of them be around Freddy Fazbear himself and not give other animatronics a solo role? Just saying.
So which one do we do? Well, I think it's time to go back to what I did with Dragon Rap Battles, is Snake vs. Romel and Spider-Man vs. Harry Potter, and pick it out of a hat. Except I don't have my hat, so I'll just have to do this instead. And we have a winner.
Here we go. Bendy versus Freddy Fazbear versus Mama Tattletail versus Hello Neighbor. Wow, that is quite a mouthful. Now, I'm aware this isn't a Five Nights at Freddy's rap battle per se, but I think having him go up against 3 other indie series from 2016 to 2017 fits the theme enough for today's review. Let's waste no time and watch this thing.
Rap battle! Freddy Fazbear versus Bendy versus Mama Tattletail versus the neighbor. Begin!
Okay, where do I start with this? How about I start with the nitpicks, because everybody loves those, right? Now, this is supposed to be, I guess, a horror-themed battle. I don't know much about Bendy or Mama Tattletail, so I might be wrong here. But this title doesn't really scream horror with the bright red and blue color tint it has going on. Now, I know you can't do black because it would blend into the sky and we wouldn't be able to see what it says, but why not just do white and gray? Anything that would fit the mood for this battle. And why is there no verses or begin text in between the characters' intros? And its animation. Now, I understand if you want to go with the source filmmaker route and animate these characters, since buying and creating real life costumes would be expensive, time consuming, and sometimes wouldn't even work. So what other way to get around it than by using an animation software that will cost you less and get the job done? Maybe not quick, but done regardless. I don't know who animated this, if this was Justin himself or a third-party channel, but I gotta say, it's pretty hit and miss here. The visuals are fine, the models do look good, and the line is passable for a tone like this, but the animation itself leaves quite a bit to be desired. It just looks too robotic. Now, that may sound unbelievably retarded given that Freddy is an animatronic and Mama Tattletail is a mechanical toy. And you're correct. The robotic animation for these two makes sense given their limitations even if they are too slow and Freddy's arms and body shouldn't be moving in certain directions. But how do you explain Bendy and Neighbor's animation, both of which are a cartoon and a human? What's up with Bendy's fingers here? I think one of them is pulled back a bit too far. I actually can't tell if the hand itself is on backwards or not. And what's up with the neighbor's body acting? Why is he showing no emotion in his face, and why does it look like he is holding an invisible cup?
Someone explain to me why my eyes taste like water!
Begin!
Jumping straight into the track. Bendy's starting the fight.
Oh my god. Even in an animation software, there is no visible shadow for this character. It's like I have a curse with these battles that I can't escape from.
Begin!
Jumping straight into the track.
Or get blasted out of an ink machine and faceplant onto the ground like what you would see in the Looney Tunes episode.
Bendy's starting the fight. Beat your colors off your body into picture black and white.
This voice acting by Justin is grating to me. I don't know what it is, the pitch of his voice, the over-exaggerated reading of his lines, or just the way he's flowing the verse. Either way, it's irritating to listen to, and I hope this doesn't apply to the other characters that we will get to soon. The lines themselves are fine, apart from the overused "I'm jumping into this battle" and "I'm starting this fight," which basically means the same thing, come to think of it.
Welcome to the Redundancy Talent Redundancy, and remember, we don't accept refunds, we ask for refunds.
Bendy's starting the fight. Beat your colors off your body into picture black and white.
Okay, I might need to take back what I said about the lighting being passable because this part is kind of crap. Most notably, why is Freddy shrouded in darkness here? You would think the animator could have done a bit more with the colored lights illuminating under his body, or hell, the giant spotlight that's over everyone's heads to be bright enough to show his face.
Was challenging this time. I won't get everyone who tore me.
Okay, what the hell is up with the pronunciation of some of these words? Starting and against? I'm sure this doesn't bother others when watching this battle, but hearing the line, "I won against everyone who tore me," doesn't sound right to me. Oh, and speaking of that line, "I won against everyone," we just started the battle.
I know it's annoying for you guys to hear me say this over and over again with these battles, but still, use the line when the battle is almost over, not when it just started.
Was challenging this time. I won't get everyone who tore me. A mama bear neighbor.
For how fast Bendy said that line, it almost sounds like he said a mama-bearing neighbor. Did he mean to say a mom and not a mama? And again, with the lighting, I can see Mama Tattletail just fine, but Freddy is still completely dark here, and oh my god, what happened with the neighbor's face? It looks like his nose is missing and his mustache is making its way up to his eyebrows.
Hi there.
Was challenging this time. I won't get everyone who tore me. A mama bear, a neighbor. What is this, an orgy?
And just like that, every Rule 34 user just came all over their computer screens. And furries.
A mama bear, a neighbor. What is this, an orgy?
Whoa, I feel so unclean, 6. Me too, 9. Why were we made to be used like this?
Is this an orgy? Sneaky little demon, you're a cackling piece of trash.
Is that really the best insult you can come up with for this line? Well, I say, you stink, you poopy face!
Going like the ink machine.
Bendy, I don't think your finger is supposed to bend that way. That's not even how you do the okay hand sign, dude.
A cackling piece of trash. Going like the ink machine, I'll got you in my inky rap.
Well, these three look rather happy that they are about to drown in ink right now.
Yeah, suicide for the
Rap. And you better
Hello, voice crack.
get the hell out when this devil drops up.
Why are you referring to yourself in third person? And why are you referring to the other rappers as if they are completely different people?
I've seen better shapen neighbors in a bikini bottom.
SpongeBob reference because inspiration for Squidward versus Neighbor months after this battle.
Bikini bottom.
Spring walk loaded down the east, hold a beach, yeah.
What the? God! Can this cameraman calm down with all the zoom-ins? How would people like it if I did that with my videos?
Wow! Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of Review Time! Wow! Wow! Do you like this new GoPro camera I have? And do you just like the camera work I am doing with it right now? Wow! Isn't it just creative and not nauseating at all? Wow! Wow! What?
Bikini bottom.
Spring walk loaded down the east, hold a beach, yeah.
I like this voice of Freddy, but it has one issue with it. I mean, I like the robotic effect it has going on, and the way he talks does fit the character, but he sounds a bit too human, if that makes sense. If he sounded a bit more cartoonish, something reminiscent to how you say Chuck E. Cheese speaks in his restaurants, I think it would have been the perfect voice to use for Freddy and not that ridiculous, deep-sounding voice that most actors often give him in other battles.
Bikini bottom.
Spring walk loaded down the east, hold a beach, yeah.
I think Freddy just tripped there at that last second.
Hold a beach, yeah. Runs with more cheese than the top of my pizza.
Huh, I actually kinda like that joke. I think it would have been funnier if the pizza slid down to his chin and left the cheese hanging over his entire face.
Don't just on my game, maybe get you some nice color.
Come on again with this lighting. I know he lurks around only in the shadows in the first game, but this is ridiculous.
Don't just on my game, maybe get you some nice color.
How, dare I ask, does playing your game give him some color? And what's with all the color talk anyway with Bendy? Do you seriously hate him that much for being black and white? You racist fuck! No wonder you're always obscured in darkness. They don't want to associate with your black and white hating ass. And what's with all the non-American spelling of color? Who did these subtitles? Oh, that makes sense.
You sounded pretty busy for a game for $1.
And yet, you charge people $10 for your games. Greedy bastard. I also don't get how money relates to being busy. This writing isn't looking good so far.
This game is story boring, neighbor mama aren't better.
Story boring? Story boring? What?
You get torn up like yours, black and white is turning redder.
Wait, hold on. Let me fix up this translation. Yeah, there we go.
Even in FNAF games, racism is still a thing. God save us all.
And you're wrathful, like there's no need to explain.
Explain what? How about explain to me that bad Bendy pun? damn it, man. I was with you with that pizza joke and you have to squander it all!
To this neighbor with his summer Roblox fan games.
Oh, so he's the only one with bad Roblox games, huh?
Turning the page, I'm rewriting this book.
What is with all these weird intro lines? Stepping straight into the track, sprain lock and load it, turning the page and rewriting the book? Rhyme or reason?
Turning the page, I'm rewriting this book.
Oh, so Justin isn't just doing the voice for Bendy, he's voicing Mama Tattletail as well. And it's not that bad of a female voice, actually. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'll take this any day rather than...
And you better get the hell out.
Ugh! Don't play that clip again.
This book. Your career ain't nothing against the rhymes that I cook.
Your insert person, place, or thing here are nothing against me. I think it would have sounded better if Mama said the line like, "Your pizzeria is nothing against the rhymes I have cooked," giving the impression that she made lines that will surpass Freddy's later on in her verse, rather than making it sound like she had already made and said them at some point before this battle.
Never talk but strange neighbors can stay away from robot girls.
Okay, why did we need to see this part with her kids?
The only thing they'll be spinning.
Oh my god, the total disrespect that's going on to Freddy right now. Neighbor is lit up almost well, and he's just in the dark away from the spotlight. I feel so bad for him now.
The only thing they'll be spinning is the blood up their throat.
Freddy's a robot. How can he do that? And seriously, could you not animate Neighbor's face to make it look like he's about to throw up? This is getting lazy at this point.
All these like Mickey's beard and Freddy circus blow. When I look at what you authored, I'd rather play with Lego.
Hey, Mamma Mia, why am I here?
I beat you to pizza and this project for rendezvous.
What? Alright, to save time, I looked up the word to see what it translated to. It's apparently French for appointment. Appointment! I mean, I guess the word used is not that far-fetched, since it means to meet up with people in a certain place, which relates to the rap battle itself. Okay, then why not just say rap track appointment? Why do you have to be so unnecessarily cryptic?
What do you always say? You don't know what we've been through.
Oh, so he can have it rhyme with one of the most overused lines in Five Nights at Freddy's rap battles. This battle had 8 writers. This rap battle had 8 writers. It makes you wonder what the fuck was going on in their heads when they were writing this.
Rendezvous. What do you always say? You don't know what we've been through.
Bringing his neighbor, saving this victory.
What else am I supposed to say about that?
He's got no batteries included, but I'll give him verbally.
I'm sorry, but Matcha is kinda bad as the neighbor. Would you ever believe that this was a possibly 50-something-year-old man talking if I got rid of the video and left the audio in? Not really. I would think it's some teenager trying to sound old, but really he's a pudgy kid who draws a beard on his face with marker just to look mature.
Here's the true fear. Stop tattling your
Bazinga?
I'm fucking this mother in pain.
Jesus H. Christ, neighbor, what are you doing? Save it for your mannequin you keep in your house, you sick fuck!
I'm fucking this mother in pain. MILF Tattletail.
Ladies and gentlemen, this battle just gave birth to a meme. If not literally.
Freddy, I would recommend you breaking up your crew.
What? So you can go and fuck them in the animatronics too? Is neighbor a bisexual or something?
I'll leave an animatronic as it should be. Screw. Fast bear with me and don't talk shit about fans.
That axe isn't even on his hand, and he's not holding it either. How do you miss a detail like that during animation?
You're more likely to fit in at a Teletubby gangbang.
Slender Tubbies is not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game. It's a Slender Man fan game. Hence the name Slender Tubbies. And what's with all the gangbang shit going on? Is Justin that sexually frustrated that he has to get his fantasies out by making a source filmmaker battle for himself to whack off to, let alone making it public for the whole world to not just see it happen, but to hear him talk about it as well?
Am I in a circus?
Get down, Wario, you can't step to me. Only know 'cause Markiplier and a song from JT.
Oh yes, of course he will only be known because of Markiplier, along with Freddy Fazbear, Mama Tattletail, and oh yeah, you!
Can someone stop Bendy with all his dancing crap?
When was he dancing?
You're just crying while he tells 'cause then he left your ass crap.
Oh hey, a line that actually sounded effective. I miss those.
Aw, is Freddy getting her from what we spec?
Okay, this is now turning into an elementary school fight right now.
Why don't you just conjure a Bonnie out of your magic hat?
Oh, get it? He's a bunny, and bunnies come out of magic hats. Did I mention this battle had 8 writers?
When it comes to having friends, you better shut up. All your bitches are known for is your porn out on Tumblr.
Oh, yes.
Your bitches are known for is your porn out on Tumblr. The legend that could grow. It's time for a real wife.
Oh, of course. We can't have an indie battle without the one and only Slender Man. And boy, does Brother Kai's mic need to be lowered down a bit.
Even with 8 pages turned on imbecile and you're surviving.
With 8 pages turned, 8 writers, people. How appropriate.
Trying to make a game that only lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, look who's talking, prick.
You're only independent when I slay down your lap.
Ugh, this pun. This fucking pun. Now wait, you're only independent when I slay down your limbs? I would ask what that means, but this battle is almost over, so the less I ask, the faster I get done with it.
The same trend this man has been the mess up like a twig. You must have a fake station game should not be greenlit.
When in doubt, when you can't make a good diss for an indie game, just tell them how their game should not be on Steam Greenlight. As you can tell, I'm not really a fan of those lines.
Did Justin just predict the Slender Man movie?
Oh, I get it. He's the 5th rapper, and he says it's the final night. Five Nights at Freddy's? Infinite source levels of creativity? 8 writers?
I guess FNAF only useful when you were worse than my habitat.
Hey, I said I wasn't going to ask more questions.
The first step, we know who people would choose, cause people only play a game when they're desperate for views.
Oh, how ironic! He jokes about people playing their games for views when this battle is being made for views because of these characters! Why are you still here? Get to the credits!
Who won? Who's next? You decide! Stay tuned! Ah!
Did you just stub your toe in the middle of that outro?
For the next rap battle!
Okay, I should probably get this out of the way. I don't hate Justin, and I didn't do this just to shit all over him for using these indie games for his battle. I like the guy, and I ain't going to tell him what he can and can't do for this channel. But I still have to be fair with him, and I was not a fan of this battle. The visuals are nice to look at, albeit some hiccups here and there. The designs of the characters were pretty good. It did have some decent lines and some good puns here and there, and the flow was steady for all 5 rappers across the board. On the other hand though, the lighting is poor, especially around Freddy, the camera work is nauseating, the animation is subpar at best and broken as hell at worst, the voice for Bendy was obnoxious, Neighbor's voice was awful, and Slenderman had too much bass going on which made his lines unintelligible at some points. Most of the lines are ridiculous and confusing, and that goes double for all the sex innuendos and this, and the beat was pretty bland and forgettable. It's definitely far from the worst stuff I have seen so far on this channel, but I don't personally consider this one of Justin's best work. It's just a very below average battle.
Next time, a video game rap battle. And by that, I mean the channel, video game rap battles. Not video game rap battles in general. I just want to go and clarify that just to avoid some confusion and yeah, you get it? You get it? Okay, good. So, thanks for watching and... Oh great, what now? Oh no, I don't think so, Smokey the Fuck Bear.
And yet, you charge people 10 games for your dollars. What? You charge people 10 games for your dollars. Somebody put that on a t-shirt. Here's the true fear. Stop making fiction tales. I'm fucking this battle. I'm on the pay, MILF Tattletail.